What's going on, ladies and gents? How are you doing? Here back again with another football video here, another football World Cup preview matchup. So today, here's my preview for the Iran and the United States game. That's right, and that's going to determine, I guess, who's going to be able to go and get into the knockouts. So obviously, this should be a game that everybody, I imagine, is looking forward to. You know, USA, they are looking so far very, very promising, and the best way that I can analyze the US's performance at the World Cup in these last two games against Wales, against England, you know, obviously USA, they were lucky they didn't lose to England, because obviously had they lost to England, this would have been a much more difficult, you know, I guess, task of figuring out how are they going to get the 3 points over Iran. But right now, I think that, you know, had they lost, there would have been a lot of pressure on them to perform. But now, I guess you could say that USA, they can go into this game with all the confidence in the world. And you know, you look at the Iran national team. Iran, you know, they still in this too, man. Even though they got battered 6-2 by England, man, Iran, they still have proven that they are a team that you don't want to underestimate in the World Cup. So obviously, this game, I think, can go both ways, you know. And obviously, last time USA and Iran met in the World Cup, obviously, Iran, they defeated the United States 2-1, I believe. So obviously, you know, USA and Iran, they are once again meeting up in the World Cup. And, you know, I think this should be a very good game. Obviously, you know, you look at the Iran national team. They against Wales, they obviously beat them 2-0. And for Wales, I guess you could say that so far this World Cup has not gone off to the best start for Wales. Well, Wales, technically, I think they are still in this too. So I guess you could say that the final top two spots are for anybody's to grab. So I guess that's what makes the World Cup such a very interesting sport, you know, very interesting to watch. But I guess you could say that for the US, obviously, for the USA, they're going to have to figure out how to get the 3 points, because the way how USA performed, especially against Wales, I feel like USA should have won that game against Wales. And for America, the way how I think they can go about this game against Iran is if they just as if they are just clinical on finishing, because I guess that's what's going to be the real key for the US beating Iran. Because obviously, you look at the England game, USA, they came so close to beating England. If only USA's finishing would be way better, because that's what's been the biggest issue right now with the USA these last two games. I feel like is just really poor finishing from the USA. Whenever they had a chance on a goal, they just weren't able to find the proper finishing in order to put the ball into the back of the net. And I think that's what's going to be the key to the Iran game in a few days. But for Iran, obviously, they are a very experienced World Cup squad. So yeah, Iran still a very, very tough opponent for the USA. But obviously, man, you know, Iran's performances against Wales make you realize that Iran, they without a doubt can finally have a solid chance as well of making it out of the group stage. So yeah, gonna be very interesting to see who's going to make it out of the group stage and into the knockouts. But for my final prediction, my American self is going to say probably 2-1 for Team USA. So yeah, that's my realistic prediction, and let's see what USA does over Iran in a couple of days.